Imagine stepping out of your door and instead of grabbing car keys, you just start walking. In a few minutes, you're at a sleek modern tram stop. A quiet electric tram glides up and you hop on. In another 10 minutes, you're at a central station, ready to board a high-speed train that will whisk you to a city 300 miles away in under 2 hours. This isn't a futuristic dream, it's daily life in Germany. But what if we took that entire system, the trains, the trams, the buses, the bike lanes, and dropped it right into the United States? What would that actually look like? Let's start with the big picture. The long-distance travel. The US is huge, no doubt about it. But think about the most populated corridors. Imagine a high-speed rail line connecting Boston, New York, Philadelphia, and Washington, D.C. Not the current Acela, which is great, but a true high-speed network like Germany's ice trains, hitting speeds over 180 miles per hour. A trip from NYC to D.C. could take just 90 minutes. Imagine that. You could live in Philly and commute to a job in Manhattan faster than some people commute from the outer boroughs today. Now, let's zoom out. Picture another line zipping from Los Angeles to San Francisco in under 3 hours. Or a Midwest hub connecting Chicago, Milwaukee, and Minneapolis. A Texas triangle linking Dallas, Houston, and Austin. Suddenly, regional business trips and weekend getaways don't require a flight. You skip the airport security lines, the boarding process, the taxi ride from a remote airport. Instead, you arrive relaxed, right in the heart of the city. This would fundamentally change our perception of distance and create massive economic opportunities, connecting regional markets like never before. It's not just about speed, it's about efficiency and connectivity. But Germany's system isn't just about flashy high-speed trains. The real magic is in the local and regional integration. In Germany, your one ticket, often a monthly or annual pass, can be used on the high-speed ice train, the regional Regio train, the S-Bahn that connects the suburbs to the city centre, the U-Bahn subway, the tram and the bus. It's a seamless web. So let's apply that to an American city, say Denver. You live in a suburb like Aurora, with a German-style system. You hop on a frequent S-Bahn-style train that takes you directly to Union Station downtown in 20 minutes. From there, you could switch to a U-Bahn subway line to get to your office district or a quiet, efficient tram to go to a neighborhood like Reno. The whole journey is predictable, fast, and uses a single payment system, maybe even just a tap of your phone. No worrying about traffic on I-25, no circling for expensive parking. Your daily commute becomes stress-free. This level of integration would transform our cities. The constant hum of traffic would be replaced by the quiet glide of electric trams and the chatter of people on pedestrianized streets. Think about the space we'd reclaim. All those massive parking lots and multi-lane highways could be turned into parks, housing, and public squares. Our city centers would become places for people, not just for cars. The air would be cleaner and the cities quieter. And it's not just about trains and trams. A core part of the German model is prioritizing cycling and walking. In most German cities, you'll find extensive networks of protected bike lanes that are physically separated from car traffic. They're safe, direct, and well maintained, making cycling a viable option for people of all ages. Now, let's bring that to a city like Atlanta. Imagine being able to safely bike from the Beltline to Piedmont Park and then all the way to your job in Midtown, entirely on protected lanes. Kids could bike to school safely. This isn't a niche activity for hardcore cyclists. It becomes a normal, everyday way to get around for short trips. It's healthier for us and for the environment. This shift would reduce the reliance on cars for every little errand, freeing up road space and making our communities more pleasant. So, what are the big challenges? The biggest, of course, is the cost and the sheer scale of the US building a nationwide high-speed rail network, and overhauling urban transit would be one of the largest infrastructure projects in human history. It would require immense political will and long-term investment spanning decades. We're talking trillions of dollars. Another hurdle is our car-centric culture and urban sprawl. American cities were largely designed around the automobile after World War II. Suburbs are spread out, and zoning laws often separate residential, commercial, and industrial areas, making it hard to live without a car. A German-style system works best with density. So, implementing it would have to go hand in hand with changes in urban planning, encouraging more mixed-use, walkable neighborhoods built around transit hubs. This is a massive cultural and logistical shift. But let's focus on the benefits, because they are transformative. Economically, the construction and operation of such a system would create millions of high-quality jobs. It would boost tourism and make businesses more efficient. Socially, it would increase mobility for everyone, regardless of age, income, or ability. People who can't drive or afford a car would suddenly have access to the same opportunities as everyone else. Think of elderly citizens being able to visit family independently, or young people accessing jobs across the region without the burden of car ownership. And the environmental impact would be colossal. Transportation is a huge source of carbon emissions in the US, shifting a significant portion of travel from cars and planes to electric trains and public transit would be a massive step toward our climate goals. It would improve air quality, reduce noise pollution, and conserve natural resources. So, what would America look like? It would be a country where our cities are greener, quieter, and more people-friendly, where you have the freedom to choose how you travel without being forced into a car for every trip, where our nation is more connected, both physically and socially. The journey from Dallas to Austin would be a relaxing 2-hour train ride instead of a stressful 3-hour drive. Your daily commute would be spent reading a book or catching up on emails instead of sitting in traffic. Is it a fantasy? Maybe. But every major leap forward starts with a bold vision. The interstate highway system seemed like an impossible dream in the 1950s, yet it redefined America. A truly modern, integrated transportation network could do the same for the 21st century. It's a vision of a more connected, sustainable, and equitable America. And that's a future worth imagining, and maybe, just maybe, worth building. Thanks for watching. What do you think? Could a system like this work where you live? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this thought experiment, don't forget to like and subscribe for more. See you next time.